Hey you guys, I'm so excited to film this video today. I have wanted to do a hair Q&A for quite some time and you guys really came through with tons and tons of questions. So hopefully I will get to answer most of those for you today. If you want to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. If you don't, no big deal. I am really excited to use this quarantine time just to continue to serve you guys as my clients and give you some tips, some tricks that you can do at home. I hope that this video finds you safe and well and inside your home with washed hands. And I'm so excited. So let's just jump right into it. So for today, I asked you guys on my Instagram at Slice by Sarah what questions you had for me. I get a lot of questions in the salon that I thought I could go over as well, but I wanted to hear from you guys and so many of you guys reached out. It was incredible to see. We're gonna go over things like my favorite products, the 2020 hair trends I think are gonna be happening, just a lot of different things. And so I'm really excited. I've been wanting to make this video for a while now. In fact, just before this, I was like scavenging my house for my vlog camera because I do a lot of social media for my church and I like using this camera because it's amazing. This is how dedicated I am to giving you guys what you want to see. So with that being said, let's just jump right into it. This next question is products you can't live without, a product you'd never put in your hair. Great question. Great question. A product I can't live without, kind of two. It would probably be Olaplex. Another one that I love is the wet brush. This brush is, honestly, it looks just like a normal brush. You know, it looks like it wouldn't be that magical, but trust me, it is. I probably sell out of these in my salon every single month because they take barely any hair. Like compared to any other hairbrush I've ever used, I think that's what's allowed me to grow my hair and help get it a lot thicker here at the bottom. It's just amazing, and comment below if you have one of these because people need to know the power of them. They are amazing. And it also works as a hair drying brush. These bristles are heat resistant and so they're not gonna melt on your hair. Love, love, love. The smaller one actually contours and like bends to your head, and so it doesn't yank and pull, especially if you have like little ones with fine hair or if you have a lot of hair. Either way, this brush is for you and is gold. A product that I would not put on my hair is any type of box dye. And I know you're probably thinking, well, that's a little biased because you do hair for a living, but let me give you the tea. Box dye is the devil. No. But in all reality, it is so frightening that, you know, we spend 1,600 hours studying the chemistry, the makeup of your hair, what is in hair color, what it does when applied to different types of hair, the melanin that comes out. I'm gonna put a little picture right here somewhere, and it's gonna show you guys that when you lift from like a 3 all the way up to like a 10, there's underlying pigment that comes out of your hair cuticle once it interacts and oxidizes with lightener. So what that means is if you have, and usually we can get like 3 to 4 lifts, 5 if you're like really lucky. What you don't understand is when you put box dye on your hair, you don't know the chemical reaction that's gonna happen. You don't know so much about what that is physically going to do to your hair, especially if you are a brunette or a blonde. But the hardest part about box dye is I have so many people DM me and ask me like, hey, can you fix my color? I did this at home and it turned out really bad. I have never in my life, like even looking back into high school, I have never had someone be like, yeah, I totally box dyed my hair and it looked amazing. You know what I mean? Like you just don't hear those stories. You usually hear the stories that are, I fried my hair off, or my hair is totally orange, or, you know, I have to cut all my hair now because I box dyed it. And that's because what happens is when you put box dye in your hair, my battery's gonna die, so I'm gonna try to speed this up. When you put box dye in your hair, it causes a chemical reaction and it has metallic box salts. And so what that means is that those, especially when they interact with lightener, I'll put a picture right here of what it looks like when box dye interacts with professional lightener. We usually get bands, we get these weird black splotches, And so that is one product that I would never put on my hair. I never have in my whole life, and I never will. And I encourage you to do the same. But that's why it's so important to find a stylist that I would say uses Olaplex #1. It's a product that we put in our lightener to keep it safe. Someone who uses a really good quality lightener that has different things, like mine has jojoba oil in it, and it already has a blonde protectant, but I like Olaplex #1 as insurance just to make sure that we're keeping your hair healthy. So find someone who uses that. A lot of times they'll market it on Instagram. You can reach out and be like, hey, do you use Olaplex? I've heard really great things about it. That's a good way to start to find a stylist who really does care about healthy hair. It is an investment product. It's very expensive for us as stylists, but I have never seen anything protect lightening hair so much. That being said, there's like, I believe there's 7 products in Olaplex right now. It goes from 1 through 7. So 1 and 2 we use in the salon. 3 is like a take-home bottle. It's about this size. It just says number 3 right here, and it doesn't have this copper band. That is like a hair treatment mask, and that is one of my all-time favorite products, which is one of the questions that I got asked, and one of the products that I can't live without, and it's definitely that one. But yeah, I have used Olaplex #3. I recommend all of my blonde clients to take one home and use it as like either a deep conditioning treatment in the shower, or if your hair is very damaged from like a previous chemical damage, I recommend doing that like once every 2 weeks, and just leaving it in your hair at damp hair, because this is a little bottle. You don't need to put this on dry hair. You will run out in like no time. But if damp hair, it goes a really long way, and I just comb it through. And then what I do is I just, you know, I'll bake something. If you don't know this about me, I love to bake. I'll put a video here of what I just made. These were a honey, like pecan cinnamon roll that one of my favorite YouTubers, Kristen Johns, made. Don't be fooled, that dough is homemade, and it took me like 5 hours to make because you have to let it rise. Getting back to the point. Find something that you love to do, whether it's watch a movie or clean your room, and then just pop Olaplex #3 in your hair for a minimum of 15 minutes up to like an hour, and then rinse it out, shampoo it out, and you will feel the difference in one session, no joke. The one thing you have to be careful with Olaplex is buying it from an authorized reseller. So a lot of times you'll see like a really good deal on Amazon for Olaplex. And they actually, on their website, they tell you that Amazon is not an authorized reseller. And so make sure that you're either getting it from Sephora, which is their website, or your stylist salon. Because trust me, counterfeit product is way worse for your hair than probably what anyone else has done to your hair, including you. I was trying out this #6. It's a bit heavy. It smells heavenly. But #6, this is like a leave-in bond smoother. It's pretty much very similar to the 3, except the 3 you wash out, and this is more of like a leave-in styling product. So that was a long rant, but I love Olaplex. All of my clients will tell you that. I love it. I believe in it. I've never seen anything work as well as it. And so if you have damaged hair, definitely pick up an Olaplex #3 and really just be consistent in that regimen, and you will see a difference the first time. So this next question is probably one of my favorites that I've ever gotten asked. The question is 2020 hair trend predictions. I just love this question so much, and it's a fun way for me to show you guys some of the artists that inspire me and who I am continually learning from, whether it's an online class or in person. So there's a couple different stylists that I'm going to shout out here, and they have always inspired me since I was in beauty school. They've just really, I love the way that their artwork comes out. I love the way that their clients look, and I love the way that you can just tell they make their clients feel so beautiful. And that is our main goal as a hairstylist, is just to serve you guys and help bring your hair dreams to life, all while looking at like underlying things like your skin tone, your underlying pigment color, your eyes, your style, your lifestyle, if you're a busy mom or if you work a lot. All of those things come into play with hair color and cuts. And so it's just a fun way for me to show you guys some of the people who inspire me. So this first one is Val at Salt Strands. She is amazing. She's built a little empire down there in San Clemente. I've never met her before, but I do want to either go down there and shadow her for a day or take one of her classes. She makes these gorgeous beachy California vibe but it's different than what I see all the time. It feels very soft, very natural, and she also does beautiful extension work. This first picture, I'll put it right here. I just love that. I think that face frame layers are gonna come in play a lot more this year, and I'll get into that in the next picture. But she's got the perfect amount of root going on, in my opinion. Her face frame money piece, which is that blonde highlight right next to that, literally as it sounds, frames her face. She's got kind of a warm blonde, a cool blonde, and a brunette going through here, and I just absolutely love her work. Up next, her name is Hair by Kristen Force. She created this gorgeous, like creamy golden goodness, and I think that reds are going to be coming in a lot more this year. I say that carefully because red pigment is very hard to remove if you want a change. If you want to make that jump, talk to your stylist, talk to me, and we can work something out. But I definitely think that this is going to be a color like a deep auburn, not like Little Mermaid red, but a dimensional auburn blonde, which means it's like a red brown with some blonde accent pieces, and that's exactly what she created here. Love it. Next trend is from Low Wheeler Davis. She has been one of my favorites for so long. I got to take her class last April about French balayage, and that just changed so much of how I do hair now. She is doing a lot of these French girl bangs, Frenchy bangs, and it's her take on the California French, the fusion coloring cut. I just love everything about this look. I wish that I could pull off bangs, because if so, I would definitely get these right away. But I've got some pretty round cheeks here, so no bangs anytime soon for me. I just love the way that they're softly framing her face while still leaving a little bit of that length, but they're pretty sparse up top, which I just love the French girl bang. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, and I definitely think that this is going to be a look that is coming in. Here's another. I love the texture that she's got going on. You can tell that that's more than just styling. Like, a lot of that is styling, yes, but the way that she cut that hair is like the perimeter is nice and even, but there's some movement and texture throughout. And then she blended those French bangs into like a longer face frame, which I think is just stunning, especially on her client. So those are a couple of what I predict will be 2020's hair trends. I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of my favorite shampoos. That was another question that I got asked. And I have three for three different things. For the longest time, I loved Oribe Gold Lust Repair and Restore line. It's super conditioning. It seriously smells heavenly. If you know the Oribe scent, it is like heaven, and every time you shower it feels like luxurious. It just smells amazing. The ingredients are pretty clean on this. The only thing that's not the clean, like, it doesn't have alcohol, parabens, sulfates, which I love. It does have fragrance in it though, and so sometimes fragrance can be tricky. Not all fragrance is bad, but I haven't done enough research to really know what's in the fragrance label on this, but probably one of my favorite shampoos of all time. The second one, and this is something that I've taken a lot more seriously lately, is just trying to find clean beauty. We apply so many beauty products every single day to our face, all of our skin, whether that's body wash, to our hair, to our scalp, and so I have been trying to really implement clean beauty, and I have fallen in love with Innocence. So has my both of my sister-in-laws, my mother-in-law. They swear by this. It is as close as you can get to putting a plant on your head as you can. It is definitely a different scent. It is a little bit more like an essential oil fragrance, I would say. And I love that it doesn't have all of these ingredients. It's formulated without so many, and what's scary is companies can put the word fragrance on a bottle. Not professional products. We have to disclose everything, every single ingredient that is in the product that we carry. At least they should have that on their website to be able to be deemed salon a professional product. If you go to Safeway and you pick up a shampoo, if it has the word fragrance in it, the FDA does not make them put what chemicals are in there, and they can have up to 150 different chemical compounds. So once I learned that, I was freaked out for sure, and I have been on the hunt for clean beauty that actually works. I've tried foundations that are terrible from Clean Beauty. I have tried so many products, and I was thinking about filming like a beauty haul of like my favorite all natural clean products. Let me know if you would be interested in that. Back to Inner Sense. Every single person who tries this is blown away by how powerful it is. It's actually water activated, so you don't need a lot. If your shampoo, like if you pour it in your hand and you lather it up, and it makes these huge bubbles and it just suds and suds, it actually means that they have sulfates in them, which strip not only your color but also the natural oil that your scalp produces that your hair needs to stay healthy. So I definitely swear by this. It has won so many Allure Beauty Awards, which anything with that little red sticker, you know it's gonna be good. The last shampoo that I would talk about is the Kevin Murphy Repair Me Wash. I wasn't too familiar with it, but my salon carries it, and so I researched the crap out of it. If I'm going to be recommending anything to my clients, I need to know way more about it than just being like, hey, put this on your head, hope it works out for you. I love the scent of this. It's like a sweet sandalwood. I think that's just a really popular product, but this has like papaya and pineapple extract in it. And this is a reconstructing shampoo. So I don't use this one. I probably use this once a month, and I usually use it if I am wanting to kind of do like a little bit of like a at-home spa treatment self-care day. That's why it's still, you can't tell, but it's still pretty full. I have actually loved this one. I just know that I can't use it too much because for my hair, it tends to get a little bit heavier. But I do love a lot of their styling products. So yeah, that would be it for the 3 shampoos that I would recommend. Thank you for bearing with me and watching this whole thing. I gotta give them credit. This is harder than it looks. So if you're tuning in, thank you. We made it through. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, feel free to share it with your friends, comment, like, or subscribe. If you have any other questions, you can always reach me with my hair Instagram at slicedbysarah. And it's just been such a blessing being able to use this platform to connect with so many of you that it's just been really fun. And so thank you so much for supporting me. If you have any other questions or any other videos you'd like to see, feel free to leave them in the comments below or DM me on Instagram. And I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. The line that you absolutely can you hear this?